Hi folks, today I'm going to cook Lechon Kawali, my version, but really there's no true version for Lechon Kawali because it's really basic. It's just frying pork. What we have here is a slab of pork belly. Basically it's a big chunk of bacon. So you'll see that this is around 2.5 pounds or 3 pounds of pork belly. For Lechon Kawali, you could actually get pork belly with bone or without. This one has no bone and that's still perfectly fine. This is very easy to make, nothing complicated. In every Filipino party or household, everybody knows and likes to eat Lechon Kawali. So let's start moving with cooking with Lechon Kawali, but you'll only need simple ingredients. You just need salt, garlic, and onions. We're going to parboil the pork belly for around an hour, and then we're going to let it dry inside the fridge for overnight or maybe the entire day. If you don't have time, or half a day, just let it dry out, and then we're going to eventually deep fry the Lechon Kawali or the pork belly. Okay, so let's get going and start cooking our Lechon Kawali. So we're going to parboil the pork belly. Put it in cold water. Put in your onions, crushed garlic, and I happen to have lemongrass, so I'm adding in some lemongrass. By the way, when you get some pork belly, fine pork belly that has the skin intact, this one has the skin intact. So usually you'll find this in the Asian markets or a Filipino market or even the Latino markets, Hispanic markets. They have pork belly that has the skin on, and that's the one that you'd really like to use as Lechon Kawali. So we're going to just parboil the pork belly for roughly an hour, and we'll put some salt in there too, and after that we'll get back to it. When the pork has been boiled, drain the pot. Now that the pork has been boiled, I'll transfer it to this tray to dry up overnight. Put the boiled pork belly onto a rack and allow it to dry up overnight inside the refrigerator. I think I overcooked the pork, that's why it's a little bit too soft, but hopefully it turns out okay tomorrow when I fry it. So here you go, big slab of pork belly ready for frying after an overnight dry out in the refrigerator. Half fill a pan with oil. Heat it up to close to around 300 degrees Fahrenheit. I test the oil by dropping in a small piece of the meat and see if it's going to start cooking, and I think it's ready. So put in the pork and fry. I cook it for around 10 minutes and just continue to fry for around 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes for each side. I didn't have enough oil to cover it all up, but if you had enough oil,
the pork belly should have been covered up and fried for 10 minutes. I'm now going to flip it, but do it very carefully. Oh my gosh, look at that golden color of the Lechon Kawali. So cook it, deep fry it for another 5 minutes, then we'll take it off the pan. Okay, it's time to pull it out from the pan. I'm going to drain it. Oops. Put it on a rack and let it cool down for around 10 minutes, because we're going to put it on a rack and we're going to cool it down for around 10 minutes, and then we're going to refry it in for a couple more of the crispy skin. After cooling down the pork belly for 10 minutes, put it back onto the hot oil and let it cook for around 5 minutes. You'll get the crispy skin. So after deep frying for 5 minutes, I think it's ready. There you go. A little bit, but that's okay. It's slightly burned, but I think that's okay. You get that crispy skin when it cools down. So here it is, the Lechon Kawali, or the pork belly deep fried in a wok, and got the crispy skin right here. It's a little bit slightly burned. I overcooked it longer than it should be, but it's nice and golden and it's really tasty for sure. And deep fried is really good. So here we have the pork belly, really golden, and just basically a giant slab of bacon. So what we normally do in the Philippines is that we chop them into small pieces in cubes, and then we use a sausawan, or a dipping sauce made up of vinegar, soy sauce, and calamansi or a lime. You could also do that we also have another dipping sauce called lechon sauce, which is like a liver sauce, sort of like close to like a gravy, and that's what we use to cut into the fat. And we normally eat it with rice, and this is always present during Filipino gatherings or birthday parties, or just go to a Filipino restaurant. So hopefully you'll be able to do this, but not overcook it like what I've done here, and have a great time eating your Lechon Kawali. Look at that fatty pork goodness. That skin. Oh, can you hear that crunch? So crunchy. Sinfully crunchy.